So just taking a spot of red, yellow and blue, and combining them to make a rich dark. And of course, you know, if you're more red, you go towards the brown. If you're more blue, you go towards the, you know, your darkness will be richer or thinner, depending which way you go. You know? So that's a very, very chocolatey brown. So I'm going to add a little bit of dark blue into that. Just use a bit of liquid colour to speed it up. And I'm using a mix of golden colour and golden fluid colour and probably Liquitex here. So you want a non-colour essentially. I mean, if you start with bright colours, then you have a kind of, you know, an ecstatic, vibrant experience. And you start with a dark, and then you build complexity into that dark, and then bring in a light, could be white or a strong colour, and then glaze that. So you're getting a different experience, but you're still leading with colour. So that's getting really nice and rich. It's gone back to the grey because I added that blue. So this is a nice piece of Hahnemühle from the sort of Cornwall range. And I'm going to just put a little water on there before I add the colour. And I'm going to add the colour with a Catalyst painting tool. Silicon tool, they're fabulous. Yeah. I'm enjoying that, it's very nice. Complex dark. Not making it in any particular way, I'm just pushing that to fill the paper. It doesn't have to be even, because actually you're going to build many layers on top of that before you get to the final piece. The nice thing about the Hahnemühle papers is this is a 450 GSM paper. So if you're using squeegees and scratching out and various things, the paper is robust enough to not move and not buckle. So you have a very good base to work into, and you can really maltreat it in a way, with it up to a certain point, and the paper will take no, you know, it won't be damaged, it will soak up all that colour very happily. And of course there are many papers you can use. I just love this Hahnemühle range. So there we have it. A nice, complex, dark. Now I'm going to do something, I'm just going to lift out a little colour. Just spray a little water into it and let that water sit. Just for a few seconds. That's about 10 seconds, I suppose, there. Just wanted to lift out that colour. Just gives us a little movement in the dark. Okay, so that is really just the first stages, the first steps in creating a ground. But here's one I prepared earlier. Gosh, I've wanted to say that for years. So this is a Liquitex Turner's Yellow ground with a little bit of the bismuth yellow. And I wanted to show you the same process, but putting a dark onto a light and vibrant ground. So again, just wetting the paper just to give it some movement when you put the colour on. Of course, when you put the colour onto a piece of dry paper, fresh paper, it will soak up the colour very, very quickly and very hungrily, very greedily. But when you have the paper here has been sealed, then it won't need the same amount of colour to cover it. So that was too much water, as you can see. It's moving about in a very haphazard way. I'm going to bring some more blue just to take it into the greys. It's just preparing the ground. You don't want any strong movement in this ground. It just wants to be quite harmonious, quite simple. And I don't want to take a lot of scratches and a direction to the ground. And a scratch like that will give the ground, particular energy and a direction. And that's not what we're looking for. We're just looking for, a kind of interest in nothing, a chaos. And we don't want to really pay any attention to that. We just want it to be there. Don't want any bright shining corners or edges. So there we have it. I'm just going to throw some water into that and then lift it out again so we can see the ground shining through it. So of course that's given a certain direction.